Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, so I got my second Mark of Excellence and wanted to show you the games. Now, I just wanted to kind of tell you that I have been playing this tank off and on for a while, and I've been playing it in like premium hours and stuff. What I mean is, like I usually play it in the mornings. I recently stopped playing it because it hit its point limit. So, anyway, let's go ahead and start this up. I just need to get the game ready. I have 3 games, and then I have 1 game showing off the mark, which I think's funny. Okay. I think this is the game before the mark. Go ahead and there we go. So you guys should be able to hear the game volume. So let me know if you guys can. Let me know if you know, if you can hear it. You should be able to hear it, but I'm hoping it's not so loud that it's like cutting off everything. So. So, me and my friend Tanks here, we are just messing around, and he's working on his mark of excellence as well as me working on mine. So, found some driver updates, and I realized that when it updated the driver, it didn't put the proper speaker, so it made it so you couldn't hear anything. But this is one of the worst games you can get if you're trying to mark a tank. You know what I mean? The reason why is, like it says I'm at 85, like it says here that I'm at 85.25, but that's actually what it is in the game right now. So it's not showing the actual, you know, current statistics if you guys look. The only thing that's really counting is the one up above where it says W and A counter. So I didn't really think about it, but this was like a terrible idea right here to come in here in the city. I'm trying to not get killed, and I can see that there's a KV2, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna pop out around that corner. It was pretty scary. Let me check something here. Alright. So we're completely surrounded, you know what I mean, by there we go. So I'm like literally stuck in this corner. So is Tanks. I actually keep telling him that, you know, if he backs up, they're gonna hit him. So I'm trying to keep them off, but I'm also trying to side scrape a bit. You can see that he's still got a pin on me, and got somebody. I'm actually surprised that shot even counted. There's like a roach here. I auto-locked him instead of aiming in, which is kind of funny. You can see that there's a little bit of delay, and then I wanted to get him, but that was the game. Now I was hoping we would win this. I'm gonna go ahead and just skip forward here. You can see that they just got trashed. So I mean, I didn't really think I was gonna be able to put down any damage at all in that game, which is kind of funny. Um, so I managed to get one of my broken monitors working. I don't know if you guys know about that or not, but I have a messed up monitor due to rage. um, so let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this game. So I'm pretty sure it's this one, and yeah, this is it. So yeah, damage standings wise, I don't remember what this got me to, but I was like at like 84.4. Um, on the game before this, I was at 84.9. But it was a bad game. I mean, I did 1,000, but it wasn't enough to really do anything to the mark. If anything, it lowered my mark. Then, of course, you can see me and Tanks being top 3 in a, you know, for experience, we should say, top 3. Yeah. Top 3 in experience. Anyway, so yeah, that's one game. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and bring the world of Tanks back up. Move this back over. And go ahead and just finish this. It should do a kind of weird screen here. Okay, there we go. So this is the next game. This is the one I actually got the mark on Airfield. So I've been having to kind of scramble to, you know, I've been having to scramble to upload footage almost immediately. So if I don't either pre-record it, if I don't pre-record it, then, you know, it's pretty, you know, like as soon as they do another update, sometimes even patches will break the replays. So I've had a lot of good games that I could have shown and could have streamed, but they've been updating so frequently that I forget that I have a backlog. Now, I know I could go and download that version of the game, but honestly, I really don't want to. I don't want to have, you know, my driver space, you know what I mean, taken up by a bunch of different versions of the game, which to me is just kind of a... So being in a tier 8 game, and I mean, I pretty much called it right here. I was like, we're going to see the FV over here, probably the T20. I mean, if I was in the T20, I'd probably go mid, and maybe the Type 64. That's what I would do if it was those tanks. The heavies are gonna go heavy alley. The SU is probably gonna want to stay, you know, over in like D8 or something, you know, waiting for somebody. So me and Tanks are gonna go ahead, and it was funny because I was right when I got here. I was like, I knew it. I knew this guy would go here, and the reason why is that the only thing that can pin him on top is the T28. And maybe Prem off of the IS-6. I don't even think that would even pin him, honestly. It's a really good hull down tank at tier 8. At tier 9, it starts taking a little bit of a dive, but if you kind of know that and you pop up and fire and back off really quick, it's got a good enough aim time, you know? Good enough aim time. So I want to get some of this Leo because I know that I'm so close to that mark. You know, it says on the screen there that I'm at 85.25, which kind of already covered this, but anyway. So I'm pretty sure I could 3-mark this over time. It's going to take a while though. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks because that guy was stock. I mean, I knew he was stock too. Yeah, I knew he was stock, and I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks YOLOing him with a lower tier. You know what I mean? Because I know what that's like whenever you get a lower gun. So yeah, I got one more game here. I just wanted to get these up, I guess, for my own personal record, you know? So I would know, you know, what's up. So this SU, over here. I'm actually really surprised he wasn't as aggressive. We do maybe, you know, like, I don't know how he just bounced that 85. I mean, that's just crazy. I know I have full health, but I've been ammo racked, one-shot ammo racked by the SUPM. So I know that I have about 8 seconds, you know, to 10 seconds before he can plat. I get hit by Artie, and then I get hit by him. And so I'm thinking that Artie is probably reloading, and it's the tier 6, so he's probably got a faster reload. So Artie killed him, kills tanks, and so I'm thinking I should just get out of here. Yeah, if you look at where he shot me, that's actually right where you get ammo racked on this thing. If he would have been just a little higher, I'm sure it would have ammo racked me with one shot. But I got 2 shots on him for decent damage. At least I thought it was decent damage. So I was thinking at around 1200. 1200 damage is about what I would need for the mark. The last game we watched, I had a game where I did exactly 1200, and then I was like, I need it. You know, I was at 84.95, so I was waiting. And I see that the SU's up here, and there's some other nasties. The SU's the only one I can pin. Once I got spotted, though, I was like, I knew that things were gonna go bad. So I've been thinking about just using a game recorder. The biggest problem with using the game recorder for me is if I use the game recorder during gameplay, it does take a little bit of the process, and, you know, of my processor, and it has to record the game. It's not like crazy, because it actually uses because you can use 2 different ones. You can use a program one, or you can use the shadow play, but I have had nothing but bad experiences with the shadow play, and I kind of wish I could use other programs to access shadow play. There probably are programs I could use, but, you know, where you can record like the last 15 minutes of your gameplay. So there's been games where I just literally left, but because they don't actually show you, like, if you leave a game before it ends, and you go to get the clip, you can only show the clip up until when you left, which means you don't get to see the end credits, which is kind of doo-doo that they don't bother to do that, you know. But I don't believe I do too much more here. Yeah. Guy snapshotted me practically. So if you guys look at that, like, I fired almost full reticle, got a lucky shot. So did he. But I'm going to tell you personally, when I'm in an American vehicle, it almost never, you know, almost never works out for me like that. And so you can see this is going to be a loss. It's always fun watching Artie get wrecked at the end. I think that's actually why I kept watching. Alright, so that is that game. He gets killed, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the gameplay. Put it up here. So this is the game, and you can see I got the 2 marks on it. Nothing really else. You just fire for effect, but that 1300, you know, I only needed to go 5% more, and I mean, it literally got me just over by 0.25 this game. So, now that I have that game, I wanted to show off my mark by playing a game. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know, when you get it, you kind of want to show everybody. So, I actually had 3 good games, but they weren't winning games, so I left. You know, I left after being in them. So, but I don't know. To me, it feels like once you get that second mark, you have this rare opportunity to, in my opinion, you have a rare opportunity to use the fact that you got, you know, it's like now that I have the 2 marks of excellence, I don't know if people even notice it, but it feels like the tank is behaving better. You know what I mean? It feels like it's doing a lot better. But this would be the end, and like I said, I just am showing you guys what you know, what I got going on. You know what I mean? The 2 marks of it. And I'm just going to the stream now.
Вперед, в бой!
Let's see here. Alright, so I don't know why, but I have this set to be the best, and it's a good 30 seconds off, and it shouldn't be, but it's okay. I mean, so yeah, M4 improved, pretty much has to shoot premium. It only has 144. I have the tank, and I got it to close to a second mark. But it was just like all of a sudden randomly, it was like I just couldn't pin anything, even with the APCR, and I was just like basically just flinging money for no reason. So I stopped playing it. I was gonna sell it, you know, I was gonna sell it, but I decided not to. Now looking at the tanks over there, I thought, you know, the biggest trouble over there was going to be the KV-1S. When I first went up to that hill, I actually thought it was the KV-2, because there's usually almost always a KV-2 at tier 6. But I've gotten kind of used to it, used to the KV-2. So he's not gonna, he has no hope of pinning me. But this guy, he's got the derp on it. I don't understand why they didn't give it like a better gun. You know, like a 100 or something. I mean, I think it does get a 100, but I heard it's just an absolute terrible gun. You know? So this guy obviously does not care. You know, does not care about his tank or anything. Doesn't care about, you know. It's like jumping into that water is not keeping yourself alive, it's just killing yourself. But it just prevents you from getting damaged, and I gotta say that that's physics abuse. And I've been seeing this happening. One of the maps that's one of the worst for it is actually Berlin, which I don't know. I think I got about 10 games played on it in total, and I've noticed that it's pretty much a, you know, it forces you to drive this long, you know, huge distance to get into a good position, and then there's plenty of bushes to shoot from. And then it's a really good place for wheelies to get assistance damage. But I actually was on there with my wheelie the other day, and I can't stand it because the distances are so long that you can actually get super outspotted. So it's actually kind of an anti, you know, as far as I can tell, it's an anti wheelie map. You know what I mean? Like maybe the 105 might be really good. I bet you if I didn't play so aggressive, but I mean you have to get spots, right? But in my experience, I don't get any spots with I mainly just do damage with it, and I just become like a huge nuisance. And that's with like the max view range. Like you can get 400 with the tier 8, but you gotta have like food and, You know, if you throw bounty equipment on, you can get like 410 tops, but but who wants to use all that stuff? You know, I'm not going to transfer it, so I just have stock equipment on it. And you know, I also noticed that the more I play the tank, like I got a single mark on the EBR, and I noticed almost immediately that once I took the bounty equipment, my games went down drastically. Like I'm only doing 800 damage tops, you know, in that tank, and I'm not really getting a whole lot of assistance. And one of the things I noticed is that the assistance just keeps getting stoled from me. You know what I mean? Keeps getting stoled. So what can you do about that? So I actually did not expect that T29 to be low health. I just was thinking I want to get as much damage as possible. Yeah, it's funny, I got solid green on this dude, right? Isn't that funny? We were actually trying to get Brothers in Arms, but there's no way he was going to get to it. But at least we got close. I did have a Brothers in Arms game. I don't know what I did with it, but anyway, I'm sure I still have it somewhere. It was a good game. It was at tier 8 as well. So, all right, let me go ahead and do this. There we go. So, the game after getting my second mark, this was the game right after. I had one more really good game after this, and then I just had a bad one. But you can see here, this was pretty good. 22.99, 21.40. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Like I said, I want to kind of keep a record of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Anyway, I probably will be doing a stream here again soon. I don't know when. And I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And have a good one. Later.